Welcome back into the world of UnoX then, guys, and I think we have a rider on fire right now. I am of course talking about Søren Werenskjold. He has beaten Wout van Aert twice in the last couple of races, the E3 Saxo Classic and Gent-Wevelgem as well. And he will have the chance to do so at an even bigger race today. We have the Ronde van Vlaanderen, a chance to win a monument for the team, is coming up in today's episode. First though, we have a little precursor to the Ronde. That is of course Dwars van Vlaanderen. Now, no Søren Werenskjold for this one. He gets a rest ahead of the big race, but we still have Abrahamsen, Askren, Christoph and Rasmus Tiller leading the team today. But Wout van Aert is here alongside Mathieu van der Poel, potentially here to lead out Jasper Philipsen, and those two are going to be so difficult to beat. So we're underway here at Dwars van Vlaanderen. Unfortunately though, not the best race day for Christoph. Abrahamsen and Askren, the only guys on a plus day today. I'm trying to get Eric Ressel into today's breakaway because looks like our leaders not feeling their best. And so we have ended up with a breakaway trio up the road. Eric Ressel is among them, and we have the two teammates, Clement Davi and Johan Jacobs. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, you know what? Clement Davi and Johan Jacobs, you are quickly becoming my least favourite riders in the World Tour. They are toying with Eric Ressel here. I'm trying to relay with them, but they attack one after the other. And if they do that again, we are going back to the peloton, let me assure you. Oh my word, what is happening here? Not Olav Koy on the front, but Jasper Philipsen has attacked with the help of Mathieu van der Poel. As they enter the Tyenberg now, we are on, oh my word. To be honest, I'm just going to sit in. Visma have such a strong team here. We saw in the last episode just how strong Visma are. They reeled in Mathieu van der Poel at the E3 Classic. Hopefully, they're going to do the same here for us. Although it would be classic PCM if they just let them go up the road here. Let's see. Anyway, Anders Garset doing some work for us now. We want to bring in Van der Poel and Jasper Philipsen. And actually, in this group, it's Philipsen working for Mathieu van der Poel. So Van der Poel is their leader today. These guys have ridden past Eric Ressel like he literally wasn't there. Same for Johan Jacobs. And they continue with Jasper Philipsen on the front. Anyway, here is the strength I was speaking of. Kampenaerts, Van Baarle on the front, and Van der Poel and Philipsen are caught. 25k to go then. I don't think Christoph is going to make it today to the finish line. Looking at his energy, we need some water as well, so I'm going to try and follow some moves here with Kasper Askren, or we could even initiate a couple moves with Kasper Askren. Pithy, Mohoric and Van der Poel tried to follow, so does Laporte. Tim Wellens cannot or chooses not to follow that wheel, but again, I think we're going to be brought in here. 20k to go. This race is becoming so selective. 12k to go. We have 12 riders at the front. Van Aert still here. Van der Poel still here. No Philipsen though, after all that work he did earlier on. So Laporte controlling for Wout van Aert for now, but we do have the wild card of Jonas Abrahamsen. I think we have attacks here. There's Tarling, Pithy all going on the move. Askren needs to stay in touch as well as Van Aert is making a dig for victory. Now Van der Poel kicks as well. We're just trying to cling on at this point. So 6k to go. Abrahamsen is in the wheel, but I think we have time for one last big attack, but so does Van der Poel, so does Tarling as well. Askren in the wheel of Wout van Aert, and Van der Poel's attack comes to nothing. Van Aert to the front, 4k to go. And so you know what, I think we're going to try it. There goes Van der Poel, there goes Mathieu van der Poel. Let's get in the wheel if we can with Jonas Abrahamsen. Askren in the wheel as well of Wout van Aert, 2k to go. Let's try and lead this out if we can with Askren, potentially for Alex Christoph or Jonas Abrahamsen into the finale. Final 500 meters, and UnoX are actually going to somehow dominate this race with Kasper Askren winning Dwars, Christoph second, and Van der Poel only third. Yep, we relied on other teams really to make the gaps there, but we had the numbers, the only team with 3 riders in that final selection, and it pays off in the end. By the way, Mathis Louvel again at the front. This is a man in form right now. Anyway, it is of course now time for the big one. De Ronde van Vlaanderen, the Tour of Flanders, let's go. Now, Søren Werenskjold wasn't actually set to ride this race, but he's been in such good form, he is on the start line despite a potential -1 race day condition. Tobias joins as well, Abrahamsen, Askren, Tiller. It is a supreme squad we're taking to Flanders. Abrahamsen sneaks onto the favourites list, but of course, it's Mathieu van der Poel versus Wout van Aert. No Tadej Pogacar on this occasion. And this one is going to be a lot more difficult than Dwars van Vlaanderen. Let's do it. Come on, we can challenge for the win. The Ronde van Vlaanderen is underway. I did consider trying to join this early breakaway. 6 riders are here. We're not part of it, and that's because I want to just sit in and protect our leaders for now. Verenskjold, Abrahamsen and Askren are our riders to look out for today. Tobias, unfortunately, the risk has not paid off. He's not on a great day. And you may be wondering, where the hell is Alex Kristoff? Well, he is going to ride the Scheldeprijs in a couple days' time, and Verenskjold is here instead of him to ride the Tour of Flanders. So I guess Verenskjold just rode himself into this race. His form has been that good. So then the head of the race are only 6k away from the inaugural Eau de Quermont of this year's race, and I want to be aware, if there are attacks behind, Rasmus Tiller is our man. He's going to try and follow and join a force behind the breakaway. No attacks for now, but here are the peloton on the Eau de Quermont. The Tour de Flanders has definitely begun now. So 120k to go for the peloton. Couple of climbs in, no attacks so far, and the pace is on Visma, Alpecin and Groupama working for Stefan Kung. I mean, what a result that would be. Stefan Kung winning the Tour of Flanders. First puncture of the race for us. It's Jan Fredheim. Get back up to our guys, my man. But the tempo not really on in this peloton, so let's shake things up a little bit. Rasmus Tiller, put in a little dig, not hammer it. Let's go 75. Hopefully someone will join us because we can't bridge 4 minutes by ourselves. But apparently no one is interested in joining a move with Rasmus Tiller. Really? Really, guys? So instead, let's come to the front at the foot of the Cap Elmur and really pile the pressure on. Up to 90, it's Tiller on the front. He's going to do some work here for his teammates. Let's make some splits over the top. Surely we can do that. So we do have a split here. Now 64 riders at the front of the peloton. I have Scarset and Fredheim. Let's go 85. Don't want to burn our guys, but let's try and make this group stick. Not going to happen though. Vandenbroek about to close the gap. There you go. It's closed. We're going to sit up. Not a very selective race so far, I have to say. Okay, the race is getting going now because we have attacks and Mathieu van der Poel is getting involved. Okay, we need to be very, very aware. Big group going up the road. Ben Healy's here, Van der Poel, Benoot as well. So Visma have representation. Do I try and follow this group? I mean, I would think about it, but everyone is caught. Here we go. It's Oliveira bridges to the breakaway. It's chaos now though, 60 riders in this group. So Jan Fredheim doing some great work on the front. We have 69 riders in the lead group coming into the penultimate Eau de Quermont of this year's race. Fredheim is done and all our guys stay to the front if you can. And the tempo is well and truly on. As was that a puncture for Van der Poel? My word. Has Van der Poel punctured? He has. Van der Poel at the back of the group. In fact, Van der Poel is now drops. And this is our time to kick on. Rasmus Tiller on the front. Up to 99 on the Paterberg. Abrahamsen try and stay here as well. There are 5 Visma riders as well. And Van der Poel is out the back for the moment. Oh my words. Arnaud Delis is also desperately trying to get back in. But the main news, Mathieu van der Poel is out the back after a puncture leading into the Paterberg. Rasmus Tiller is our man leading on the front. We do not want Van der Poel coming back if we can help it. But we know how good this man is. And Van der Poel is back in the group on the Koppenberg. Ooh, and he is not going to be happy after that either. On to the Tyenberg, 38k to go. Verenskjold is right at the back of this group. Try and move up, my man. On the front, Mattis Mikkels is trying to make a move. Julian Alaphilippe trying to win for Tudor. What a winner he would be, guys. Morgado lurking to the back for UAE Team Emirates. But our guys, Abrahamsen is feeling the strongest. He is our man, I think, for today. Here we go then. More attacks. Christophe Laporte, while using his teammates to try and counterattack the likes of Mathieu van der Poel, but Van der Poel lurking to the front, looking very strong indeed as Askren is now done for the day, unfortunately for us. But oh my word, as this group is stretched out, I didn't even notice because Mathieu van der Poel has gone. He is angry after everyone dropped him after he punctured, and now the favourites are having to relay. Has the lead gone here, guys? Van der Poel is riding to victory. And Van der Poel has a massive lead of almost a minute as we come onto the climb. Abrahamsen, try to power up this thing, my man. Come on. Verenskjold is done here. We have Kung to our right. Alaphilippe as well. Wout is still here. There goes Verenskjold. Healy, Turgi, they are all done for the day. But 1 minute now to Mathieu van der Poel. Oh my words. Onto the Paterberg, and Abrahamsen is out the back. We're trying everything to get back on, but we are completely cooked at this point, guys. Let's try and cling on to this group. Josh Tarling's wheel is right there for us, and we just about get it. 30 seconds to Van der Poel. Can we catch him? I don't think so. We have nothing left. We've chosen the wrong wheel as well. Tarling is pretty cooked, and Van Aert drags everyone else painfully up to the wheel of Van der Poel, and we miss the move. Hopefully they look around. Abrahamsen drops Tarling. Can we get to the wheel as Van der Poel is caught? Please sit up now. But Abrahamsen is done, and we are gone for the day. So close, yet so far. Guys, we are literally 29 seconds off the back of a group of 6 riders who are going to decide this year's Tour of Flanders. Alaphilippe, Kung, Mohoric, Van Aert, Laurens Pithy, and the race favourite, Mathieu Van der Poel. Alaphilippe looks cooked, but I would love him to win this. Here we are then. Van der Poel leads out from the front. Here comes Stefan Kung. Coming to the front under the Flamme Rouge. Everyone leaving it so late to sprint. To the line, Stefan Kung tries to win the Tour of Flanders, and he is just about going to beat Wout van Aert. What a surprise in that finale. We are going to just hold on to 7th place, I think, ahead of Josh Tarling. Going to be very close. We just about do it. Wout van Aert, Mathieu van der Poel, Laurens Pithy, all riders you would definitely not expect to be outsprinted by Stefan Kung, who wins the Tour of Flanders in a 6-rider sprint. What a race. We settled for 7th place, kind of gutted we couldn't quite get involved in the battle for the win in the end, but we gave it our all, and that's all you can do. That was a proper bike race. And the absolutely crazy thing is, in this save, Stefan Kung has already won Paris-Roubaix in 2024, and now the Tour of Flanders in 2025. King Kung is definitely alive. But before we jump into Itzulia Basque Country, very exciting news, because we have a man on the rise. Jürgen Nordhagen is now 77 mountain. Hasn't really grown too much in other areas. His time trial is still the same, I think. Can't quite see where else he has grown, but at least he is growing in that all-important mountain stat, now our joint highest in the entire team. So looking at the Basque Country parcours, 6 stages and only 1 classified for the sprinters. Climbs absolutely everywhere. This is going to be a punchy one. And we bring Jürgen Nordhagen, Andreas Letnesund and Johannes Koset as our trio to lead us in the GC, but going up against the likes of Evenepoel, Roglic and Ayuso. This was going to be very difficult indeed. Anyway, opening the race with that 11k TT in Bilbao, Andreas Letnesund is the strongest time trialist of our GC leaders, and he goes first early on and later, only beaten by Geraint Thomas, so that proving to be a pretty good time. Johannes Koset just trying to minimise the damage, 40 seconds down on Andreas Letnesund. Next up for us, Simon Dalby in probably the biggest race of his young career thus far. Not a strong rider on the time trial bike, and later as Nordhagen gets underway, he's 4 seconds down at the first split, but Letnesund holding on to that second place at the finish line, so that proving to be a very strong time. Anyway, Nordhagen a +3 day, 10 seconds down on Geraint Thomas, a great time. But here we go, the big guns are underway now. G, Rodriguez and then Juan Ayuso all set the best time. Then we have Primoz Roglic, who for some time in his career was undefeated in Spanish time trials, but he is nowhere there, 13th place. But here we go, world champion Remco Evenepoel puts 13 seconds into Ayuso, shooting into the race lead. But 7th place for Letnesund, a very good time, and a top 20 for Nordhagen, so a very good start for us. Anyway, swinging on to stage 2, just 140k, but plenty of climbing in this one, with a very steep one with about 15k to go. An early breakaway was brought in, pretty easily controlled by Soudal Quickstep. And here we go, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe shooting off the front with Alex Vlasov. Remember, they do have Roglic here, but Vlasov was swept up. But you can see here the tactic they're going to employ at this event. Anyway, we're trying to stay in position. Letnesund snagging a couple of bonus seconds at that intermediate sprint. Very nice indeed. But 30k to go, and we have 5 riders crash. A disaster for us, including Nordhagen and Andreas Letnesund. And even worse news, Simon Dalby has to withdraw from the race. Our youngster is out of the Itzulia Basque Country Tour, and currently our GC guys are out the back as well. It's all going on. But anyway, Eiking and Videberg doing some great work for Nordhagen and Letnesund as we enter La Asturiana climb, but Juan Ayuso is attacking off the front. Our guys just about getting on to the back of the peloton, but we are now missing attacks up the front and we are well out of position. We do have Colsett, who is trying to just stay here over the top, but now we have Evenepoel, Schelmoser, Ayuso, Mas and Hershey off the front, and they have a big gap here as Letnesund and Nordhagen are just giving their all to stay in the group over the top. Letnesund cracks as well over the top. Nordhagen struggling as well, and they are just clinging on to this group right now. And remember, this is the second group on the road with those 5 riders 45 seconds right now ahead up the road. There they are working well together into now the final kilometre. Letnesund and Nordhagen have done so well just to survive in the peloton today, but it is going to be that quintet up the road. Remco Evenepoel wins the stage, 2 in a row for him, beating Schelmoser and Mas. But a good day for Letnesund and Nordhagen, considering how bad that could have been. We lose 31 seconds though to the front of the race. So Remco Evenepoel now in an even stronger position. Ayuso, Schelmoser, Hershey and Mas, great days for all of those riders. But Simon Dalby, what a shame for the 22-year-old. He is out with a fractured skull. He's going to be out for some time, and he was set to ride the Giro d'Italia as well. He is ramping up for his first Grand Tour. We're going to have to sort that out after this race finishes. Anyway, Stage 3, and we have a very steep finish today. The punchers are the favourite, with Hershey and Thibaut Nice the favourites actually. But 20k to go, there's been a crash here. Derek G, 8th place in the GC, is out the back, and he would not get back in here with a relentless tempo in the peloton. And again, Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe sending a rider up the road. This time it's Giulio Pellizzari. Carapaz, Evenepoel trying to respond. Our guys just trying to survive. Evenepoel has bridged to that attacker, and they are riding off into the distance. But here, Gianni Moscon chasing that group down with Pellizzari up the road. His teammate, crazy tactics by Red Bull in the end, and that group are caught as we enter this very, very steep final climb up to 18.5% right there. But we are in a good position suddenly with Andreas Letnesson. We take the wheel of Matteo Jorgensen under the Flamme Rouge. Nordhagen a bit further back, but here we go on the wheel of Jorgensen. Suddenly the pace slows. Letnesson takes his opportunity, attacks off the front, and Andreas Letnesson, a surprise winner here on stage 3 of the Basque Country Tour. You love to see it, with Coulthard snagging 3rd place as well. So for a while it looked like we would lose time today, but in the end we gain time with Letnesson winning the stage. Emmerich Mas though, the big loser, dropping 8 places to 13th place, and Letnesson rises to 5th place with that result including bonus seconds. A great day for him. And of course we're in the Basque Country, so the climbs do not let up here on stage 4, but a 5-rider breakaway up the road early on. We do have 2 teams with 2 riders up the road in that group though, so interesting to note. Seems to be under control here. 3 minutes is the gap with 68k to go. I've put Videberg to the front there because we had some rolling hills as that breakaway now starting to come apart. Only 3 riders left as we come to the top of the Ascobel climb. Anyway, onto the final climb now, the Alayets climb here, and still 2 minutes 40 for that breakaway. Vlasov again attacking for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe. They're really trying to use their numerous leaders here to their advantage. We're just able to hold on to this group though, guys. You can see running out of red, but over the top, Roglic out of position, Mark Hershey as well. He's 4th place in GC, so trying to press on, and that does mean Alex Vlasov is caught with that attack, but up the road still with 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes lead. It's Raul Garcia Pierna kicking away from 4 Pro of Intermarché, and Garcia Pierna wins the stage for Arkea. A big win for him and the team. Frederick Versnes trying to take 3rd place from the peloton and any bonus seconds away, but Thibaut Nice with that 83 acceleration stat, he snags 3rd place from De Versnes. Anyway, no time lost or gains in the GC today. So looking at a couple other competitions briefly, Letnesson's 2nd place in that points jersey, and he is wearing that jersey on behalf of Remco at the moment. Anyway, it is the only chance for the sprinters today. Thibaut Nice, the big favourite, I would say, after his performance yesterday, but he's out the back here. No idea how this happened. He is trying to attack back to the peloton on that final descent, but Thibaut Nice is gone. I'm pretty sure he didn't crash, but he is gone. So the stage favourite not here as we enter the final 5 kilometres. Freddie Dwars is our sprinter today. We're looking for a reel, but no, we're going to trust our lead out here. Eiking leading out Dwars into the final kilometre now. We have Lutsenko and Williams of Israel to our left, but we have multiple corners absolutely destroying any chance in this finale. And Lutsenko, the lead out man for Stevie Williams, inexplicably wins the stage. Very strange one. But anyway, we move on to the final stage of the race, the Queen stage in the top 5 in the GC. Hershey, Schelmoser, Ayuso and Evenepoel are our main competitors. And you know what, guys? I've enjoyed playing this race so much off camera, so much so we're going to play the final stage here on camera, and it is the famous finale to the Basque Country Tour, finishing on the Arate climb. We also have the Crébéen, we have plenty of other climbs packed into 100 kilometers here on the final stage. Our goal is to hold on to a top 5 place with Leknesund or even move on to that podium. So then the riders to watch today are of course Mark Hirschi, Matthias Schelmoser, Juan Ayuso and race leader Remco Evenepoel. They are the riders. If we can jump any of them in the GC, that'd be great. But you know what? I think our best bet is by being aggressive here today, and that is exactly what we are going to do. Nordhagen trying to get into today's breakaway. He's on, of course, 1 minute 19 in the GC. If we can get him in the breakaway with a couple teammates, that would be perfect. Here we go then, onto the Azerki climb, and this move has stuck Eiking up the road with Nordhagen. Like I said, he is up there in the GC. This is going to put pressure on all the other teams. And looking at everyone else in the breakaway, no one else a real danger in the GC. A chaotic start to the day. Now Peo Bilbao tries to attack, but Nordhagen, unfortunately, is going to crack at the top of this climb. That is far from ideal, not part of the plan. So we've had a reset before the Crébéen. We have 4 riders at the front featuring Carlos Rodriguez and Lenny Martinez. Fulsang is behind, and then it is the Soudal-led peloton. But this climb is going to be chaos. Oh, we have a crash. We have a big crash. Remco Evenepoel is down. Oh my word, he carries on, but Soudal and the race leader has crashed and all of his teammates wait. Oh my words. And one of our guys was close to getting caught up in that crash. We're now having splits in the descent. The Basque Country chaos is here. And you know, guys, I don't like pacing when a race leader crashes, but UAE and Visma have no issue with it. It's Ayuso and of course Jorgensen putting their guys to the front. Unbelievable. Remco Evenepoel, what a way this would be to lose the race. And so right now, Juan Ayuso is the current provisional race leader. We're now just positioning at the front, 9k to go, and it's still 48 seconds back to the group of Remco. I'm not sure they're coming back. Anyway, here we go. The Arate climb begins, and Leknesund is in a great place here to potentially hold on to a top 5 or even jump onto the podium. This is going to be exciting. 5.5k to go. And Remco now trying to close it alone, but I'm not sure he's going to do it. Leknesund is struggling for energy already on this climb. And we now have Emmerich Mas attacking. He's 124 down in GC. Leknesund is cooked. He is completely cooked. We just need to go 99 and finish as high up as we can here. There's no more tactics involved. It's just get to the front. Hirschi's still here. He was in the top 3 as well. And we're still here with Andreas Leknesund over the top. Let's get in the wheel of Matteo Jorgensen. It's a Visma rider leading it out. Let's try and sprint here. Get the jump on everyone with Andreas Leknesund. Kuss goes for the line over the top, but it's going to be, I think, Nielsen Paulus winning the sprint. Nope. Aina Rubio. Nope. Juan Ayuso is going to win the stage and the Basque Country Tour because Remco Evenepoel loses the jersey today. Absolute drama here at the Basque Country. Remco Evenepoel finishes 35 seconds behind. By the way, no idea how Aina Rubio won today in that sprint. But that means in the GC, Remco drops to 3rd and Juan Ayuso takes stage victory. Andreas Letnesson holds on to a top 5 place as well. A really good result for him here. And yeah, to be fair, all we could do in that finale was hold on to the front group. We had nothing else to give. Remco won't take much consolation from winning the points. Carlos Rodriguez wins mountains. Juan Ayuso wins young riders. And we just lose the team classification on the final day. Anyway guys, next time we will be riding Paris-Roubaix. We didn't quite win our second monument in a row today, but a chance to bounce back with our sponsor objective in France. Anyway guys, smash like down below if you enjoyed today's episode, hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.